Well, howdy, everybody. Teresa here with
Brad.
and the critters. Brad busy doing some email and stuff, so I'm trying not to bug him too much. Look, oh, I'm gonna need to color my hair here pretty soon. Starting to get the skunk. You guys know what I mean. So anyway, let me clean my glasses because I never think about cleaning until I'm gonna do this. It is January 4th, 2022. It is Tuesday. I keep thinking it's Wednesday. No, because tomorrow I have an appointment. My first appointment with a pulmonologist. So, and I'm kind of excited about that because I need to get my breathing issue addressed, which is mainly if I'm up moving around that I'm having trouble. Sometimes, some days are really bad depending on how much fluid I have. But we need to get that addressed. So I'll be feeling better, have more energy. But anyway, I've been having kind of a crap couple of days. I haven't said too much, but I've broken off 2 teeth in 3 days. Right here, I don't know if you guys can see or not. Right here, those busted off. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to wear this partial because um one of them was one the brace goes on, but I cemented these in really hard with denture cream. I'm just being very, very apparent, transparent right now about, because I know some of you guys are going through the same thing where maybe you have, a partial and then you have a tooth, you either lose it or mine break off because I have extra roots, so they're never going to just come out whole. It's going to. So I don't have the money to have that fixed right now. I just don't. I've got a couple others that I'm going to probably lose over here. What happened was when I was in ICU in Tallahassee, they never took out my dentures. And I was in there for enough days and stuff that it started rotting my teeth. I only had like 9 natural teeth anyway, but it started, when I finally came out of that coma and started to become more alert, my hair was less like a bird's nest. It took forever. I think Brad was the one that combed my hair out for me. Did you comb my hair out for me in ICU? Because it was so bad, and got my dentures out and got that clean because it was just so. But anyway, that's what happens sometimes. Do you ever have a loved one that goes in ICU or even just in a normal thing, and they have dentures and stuff? Please watch out for them because these hospitals, first off, are short staffed. And I mean, they hadn't bathed me the entire time either. So, Brad knows now that, and I know that, like when he goes to the hospital, I'll be really vigilant on what they're doing with him, what they aren't doing with him, because that's not gonna fly. I'm sorry. Go ahead, honey.
Oh, one of the things also you and I discussed,
Hi, baby.
which I think was a very good idea on your part, is leaving some sort of note.
Yes, because what happened was when I was in ICU, and I was in a coma for most of it, but when I started to come out of it, I was asking if Brad had been in, and they told me no. And they wouldn't let me use a phone or anything. And I'm like, he's had it with me, and he just probably out celebrating. Your mind doesn't work straight when you're like that. And I guess they thought it was funny. So when I did see him, I'm like, where have you been? I was really upset. What are you doing, Charlie? Charlie down here. You see my table shake every so often. Charlie down. Hey, Easy Boy is getting loved up. He's been really super. I mean, he's always very affectionate, but he's been super duper. We were talking about how the dogs kind of run off of each other because now that we have Jelly Bean, and she's a talker, man. She will talk to Brad every night when he's going to feed them.
That's so funny.
And she whines, she tilts her head, and she listens to him, and then she'll run back and jump on my bed, and then I'll see, you better go see what Dad's doing. And she'll run out here, and she'll talk to him some more. Well, now Nixie has started to be more vocal. And, they're all that new kind of energy. All the dogs are more playful, and they see her being loved up. So the two older dogs now they make sure they get their time too, which I'm glad. Huh, Charlie? Charlie, are you a big boy? We're having a bit of a problem right now too because our neighbor and this is not the first time. When we first moved in here, she was letting a dog run loose. And now she has 3 dogs that she lets run loose, and they're not as big as Charlie, about the size of Nixie, but they would like to attack. And when you have 2 disabled people out there, especially Brad with his hip and back, and he's trying to control our dog and not let those 2 of the dogs attack, not cool. Well, he got hold of our neighbor, and she said, well, yeah, she was going to have somebody bring the dogs in. Well, I got a hold of her a couple hours later because they weren't in, and we're still having the same problem. And, asked her why her dogs are never leashed, because they're supposed to be leashed. And, I said I didn't want to have to, take matters into my own hands, and she said, just do whatever we want. Nobody's home. And then she had the audacity to ask me why we couldn't use the other door. I really don't want to have to take my dogs out the front yard, thank you. Because either I'm going to have to go down and clean up after them each time, or I'm going to have, dog shit on my front lawn, which I don't want to have. And I should be able to. I pay lot rent for my entire space. I should be able to use it. See, we've been nothing but good to her. We donated well over 100 hats that she was supposed to donate. I think she sold them. We gave her not this Christmas, but the last Christmas, we gave her a huge, huge box of different things that I had bought for the grandkids and everything that we would, then weren't able to give. So we knew she had grandkids and stuff. Never a thank you on any of this. We gave her food, and stuff. We let her have her shed on our part of the lot instead of it making her move it. We've been nothing but nice to her. But I will not let anybody else's dog attack my dog. Thank goodness that Jelly Bean is diapered and stuff, because if those 2 dogs got a hold of her, I don't think I can move fast enough to save her. And then I would have to, and I don't want to have to call a dog pound or anything, because they're going to come pick up these dogs. She's not going to go down to pay the money, and they're going to be euthanized. She's the type that she gets the dog, she keeps it for a while, and then whatever happened to it, and then she'll go get more. It's sad but true. So I'm going to say I blocked her because I know that she and I could really get into it, and I don't want to be fighting with my neighbors. I'll let Brad handle it, and also unfriended her on Facebook because I'm like, I'm not even messing with it. So anyway, then I had to do the calming down. And then we find out our prescriptions are going to be well over $200, which is really upsetting. You're paying triple the cost for your insurance, same coverage, but then we're paying even more now for prescriptions. We've never had to pay that much. Granted, we're on a couple of new meds that are costly, but we have to have them. And it's like, so like so many Americans, we're picking and choosing which ones we're going to pick up now and which ones we'll have to wait. So it's not anything big. It's just a lot of little stuff. But I just wanted to kind of rant a little bit about that kind of stuff. So, being that, now let's do the positives. The positives are I did do my peddler for 15 minutes yesterday. I'm going to do 2 days on where I'm doing that, and then a day off, then 2 days on. I just want to increase my mobility and get the circulation in my legs better. I'm still dealing with the leg infection, but it's looking really good. Continuing to. I did paint yesterday, last night, which I really enjoyed. I'm working on it's mixed media. It's plaster. I put plaster on a stretched canvas, and I'm doing this painting. It's more of a 3D effect, It's a painting, not an abstract. Which a painting for me, a landscape will take me longer because, you know, an abstract for me is very easy, just very free flowing, and I enjoy doing those, but I only allow myself to do so many of them because I have to be disciplined enough to sit there and paint. But problem is the arm is so sore and weak that I can paint with my left hand too, but I'm a little out of practice. But I've been teaching myself how to use my left hand on most everything anyway. So, you know, and then I just hold my arm, you know, with the other hands. But we get it done. Good days and bad days. So, but I was thrilled about that. And of course, I'm continuing to make hats and everything. Oh, I did. Brad found yesterday. We've been looking for it. I had this, you know, those plastic drawers. Um, I had one of those, and I thought it was only a 2 drawer, but it's a 4 drawer with bathroom stuff. Now, this whole time we've been having to replace stuff like, you know, uh, yeast cream and stuff because if you're on a lot of antibiotics and you're a woman, a lot of times you'll get a yeast infection. So I always keep some on hand, you know, just so I can deal with that. And like extra toothpaste and toothbrushes and all my hair ties now that my hair is getting longer and stuff. We found all of that. Brad did, and he brought it to me. I went through all of it, threw away some of it, you know, all of our cold meds and that kind of stuff, stomach medication, and was able to reorganize it. It fits just perfectly in my bathroom. And so that was so nice. You know, just finding some of your stuff is so nice. I was able to go through a couple other boxes, which are some of my bedroom stuff, which, you know, it's like some lace witch hats that I always have hanging on the wall. And you guys know I'm a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, so I have these little tiny figurines I had painted shelves and put there. I'm going to have to reglue them on there. So then eventually those go on the wall. But I was just really excited. I have a whole great big tote full of more art stuff. I need to go through that. So, yes, my room is very cramped, but I also I do love being able to wake up and look over and there's all my painting stuff. And there's a piece I'm working on. So, um, all of that. So I thought today, long story short, you guys are like, come on, get with it. And I'm like, I know, you guys know, I can jabber though. I thought that I would walk through the process with you guys of these air plants. Now, I'm just going to show you, and I'm going to do them while I talk to you guys. These are the air plants. There's 5 of them here. They come shipped to you, even in this cold weather, and then this is after they have soaked. Brad soaked them for how long, hon? 20 minutes?
About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes, and then you take them out and you let them dry. And see, they don't have any roots or anything. They are made, these are a species of plants that is called a parasitic plant. And what it means is it will host itself onto like a tree or a bush, whatever. And these do not take the nutrients from the tree or the host like mistletoe does. But just want a place to hang out, and they gather everything from the air. What?
No, I was just.
Yeah, but they're just hanging out.
Oh, I know, but it was just funny the way you.
Oh, but mistletoe will attach itself to other trees, and how it lands there is by the bird going poop, and so the seeds are in there, and the mistletoe will take all of its nutrients from a tree and stuff. And it's not a problem if there's just a few, but if you see a tree really loaded down with mistletoe, it may be where maybe the tree will die. But so I thought anyway these would be fun. This is a big different variety. It came 5. I think I paid maybe $13-14 for these. I got black sand. I showed you guys that yesterday. And my friend Carol for Christmas got us this set of glass globes. And you can hang them or you can set them down. I'm going to set them down because air plants, I told you how you initially do the 20 minutes and then 10 to 20 minutes, and then you're going to take them out. You're going to place them, you're going to place the air plants upside down in a bowl for 10 to 20 minutes, and then you're going to take them out and you're going to shake them off really well, and then you're going to let them dry. It says for at least 4 hours. We did it overnight. Then, after that, for maintenance, you need to take them out, as they say, about once a week. And you can either do the dunking method where you dunk them a couple of times and you shake them off really well, or you can go back to doing where they're upside down in a bowl. And that's, you don't put them in soil or anything like that. I have black sand, but these are the globes. I'll be showing you guys them as we do them, but this is one of them. These are really nice and big. They're much larger than I thought they would be. So what I'm going to do is probably the biggest one. I will go ahead and put the 2 smallest air plants in, because like I said, I have 4 globes and 5 plants. And yeah, and then I eventually am going to get some poster putty. I have some. I have numerous ones. I know I have some in the bedroom, and be able to secure those down on this desk that's right by the window here in the front room. Because hanging them would be too hard to be able to stretch and get those, and I don't want to break the globes. So, yeah, I thought you guys might find it interesting to watch me do these. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out this one, and it's nice and big, and I'll probably clean off the outside and stuff once I get it filled. So let me get a pair of scissors, and let me get the black sand. Oh, black sand's heavy. This is the black sand. Do something like this when you're having kind of a crazy day that things maybe are not going as well as you want. Because in that life. Charlie, back off, please. Girlfriend, you have to back off. I love you. Okay? This is not easy. I think he thinks these are, TREATS. Because they're not, Charlie. Charlie, back off, please. So, oh, Lord. I'm going to take this, hopefully not spill it. This is pretty. Okay, probably plenty. Yeah. Let me show you guys. This is really pretty. This black sand. I don't know if it picks up on your monitor, but it's glittery too. Oh, I love my glitter. So let's see. I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put this one in there, and like I said, you're just gonna set it in there. You're not gonna do anything else. But look. And if you want to, you could put a ribbon on top or whatever, but I'm just going to leave it like it is. But look, how easy is that, honey?
That is cool.
That is so easy. So, have that one done. Setting it carefully. Let's do, I think this may be the one I put both those other plants in. See how nice and big that is? So, all we're going to do is do this again with the soil, or the sand. I keep wanting to say it's soil. And it'd be nice too, and I may do this later on, I could put a few tiny seashells in this too. That would be really nice.
That is a really good thought.
Yeah, so just going to tilt it, kind of shake it down so it doesn't go over the lip. And then I'm going to place my 2 smallest ones in here so they'll have company. Right? Let's see, there, and I have wanted to do these for so long. Look at that, guys. How simple is that, and how adorable is that? I love that. I do. See, this makes me feel happier already. So, let's see. Now I have this one, which I just think is so cute. Looks like a light bulb. And get some more sand. Okay. Tell you what, the bag of sand goes a long way. That's for sure.
How big was that bag?
5-pound bag. And that wasn't very expensive either. It was like $12. You pretty much bet whatever I get, I'm not going to spend a whole lot on. Because, you got to be frugal. And then I'm going to put the second to the largest one that I have in this one. See, and some of these will bloom. So I'm going to leave that one like that. And now I got one more to do. And it did come with twine. So if you wanted to, hang it, you could. I'll show you that. This is the twine that came that came with it. We'll hold on to that just in case. But look, isn't that neat? That opening is an oval. And so that's really cool. Oh, almost had it wrong way. Can't do that. I don't want to be wearing sand. That would be bad. Come here. Oh, what did I just say about not wanting to wear sand, Brad? You know what?
Are you a sandy person?
I am now.
Okay.
I'm going to have to vacuum this. Holy moliness. Good thing I'm going to go shower. Because, yeah. Woo! That's something else. Brad's laughing over here.
No, I'm not.
This one, though, you know what? You have to hang this one. It does not have a bottom place. See the way it is?
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
You know those candle toppers you have? What would happen if you set one down and set that on
It
top
won't.
of the hole? Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, I could do that. You mean set the candle topper, the ceramic one down, and then I could set this. That would work. So, like that. And this is my very biggest one, probably my most favoriteest one. And I'm just going to stick him right in there. Look, he looks like a little alien guy coming out, honey.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so look.
Cute.
So easy. I got all of them done. Simple, easy. Simple, easy. Simply done. And yeah, you can't complain about that. Look at those two. I'll be easily able to take them out each week. They say they live up to a couple years. You can get bigger bowls, bigger glass bowls, or you could get, the large glass candle jars, they call them. I usually put pillars in them. They're really big around, and then they come up like this. You could now see this. Is what I'm thinking. And I have one of those. I may clean that up, put some more of the sand in, and not right now, but eventually get some more air plants and just put them in there with some seashells and stuff. That would look really pretty too. I don't know how the LED fairy lights would do. I'm sure if you did it right, they would look fine. That's another idea. But I wouldn't want the blinking or anything. I would want just like a soft white. So they need decent amount of light. They don't have to be right by a window, but as long as they're getting some of it. Like I said, I wondered how these air plants. I've seen where you can buy whole trellises to put on your wall that you put these air plants on. Some people get old pieces of logs or branches and put them there. I mean, it's really a cool thing. So if you've been wondering about air plants, there you have it. That's all I know. So you probably need to go look up some more stuff because that's all I got for you. You know.
But one of the things that I need to say in your defense
Yes,
is when you get something that you're not sure about, you do so much
I do.
research and you just jump
I
on
do.
it.
I was so surprised when I opened up the thing, and that's what Carla got me, and I squealed. I squealed
Yeah.
because I was so excited, and because I didn't want something like that. But you know, it's not something you have to have. So sometimes it's really hard to justify buying that. No, it's not that expensive, but every penny counts these days. You know, like my copay, our copays for each specialist we see, which is mainly all we see now, is $40 each time we go to that doctor. That could be really pricey. So, but anyway, um, I've been really wanting to find out about what these airplanes. Because I mean, you hear about airplanes, you're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how can something like that survive and not be in any soil? I mean, that really messes with all of our minds. Any of us that have been messing with plants for a while now, you're like, what? What? But yeah, Brad's hip is hurting today. I wanted to talk a little bit more about Brad's hip. Is I was talking with our friend Carol because she's had a hip replacement, and Brad's hip is so bad that instead of it being the ball and socket, it is the doctor says is a spike instead of the ball. The socket, they're going to have to rebuild part of it because it's gone. It makes Brad over an inch shorter on his left leg because it's that bad. And we were talking about that today. And you know, if he wasn't so muscular, I think it would have been even worse, or would be even worse. But considering that he's lost that inch and stuff, it's pulling all of those muscles down. You know, and so I never thought he would be so excited to have a surgery, and he definitely is, and I am too. It's got to be done. You know, definitely got to be done. So we're looking forward to that. Um, you know, I'm looking forward to getting some help with my lung issue. Um, Something I really haven't wanted to really even admit to because my family on both sides is so full of lung problems, and everybody was smokers, including me. Now I quit 8, 9 years ago, and
So very proud of you.
yeah, and I quit by vaping, and I know a lot of people are really down on that. I have no nicotine in my vape. My doctor had no issue with me vaping. I don't vape all the time. I will go weeks and not vape. And then if I'm feeling a little stressed, like currently, Brad knows I bring in the vape with me because, you know, I feel a little stressed. I apparently Charlie did. Did he go out earlier?
Twice.
Charlie quit. I think he wants a treat.
See. Come on, Nix.
Please pause because Charlie needs to speak to us all. I think that's what he wants. No, I don't think he wants you to squirt him with that. Now you're looking away. But, I mean, now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, but my family being so full of lung problems, emphysema, COPD, which I know is basically kind of the same thing. It's just different categories of how bad the COPD is. If it's more emphysema or you know, other. I can't remember the other right now. But you know, so many of the family members have been on oxygen, and watching them go through that helped me quit. But then you're fearful about, you know, is this, am I headed down that same path? Now, I have been diagnosed with COPD a long time ago, but they never really did anything more with that. And we never knew if it really was COPD or if it was an asthma flare up. It's like right now, am I in an asthma flare up or am I having more lung problems? Well, it's something we need to check out. You know, if it's just my asthma, then wonderful. We'll deal with that. We've been dealing with that for a long time now. So, But I'm just anxious to get the ball rolling on that. I want to feel better. Brad wants to feel better. We have things we want to do. Brad's been working more and more on getting us unpacked and bringing out boxes and stuff, and then I go through them, and that's been wonderful because you're starting to find some of your things that you love, that you wonder where they are, and some of them you forgot you even had. And you're like, oh, I remember you, and that makes you really happy. Like finding Brad was laughing because I must had what 6 tubes of unopened toothpaste.
Yep.
Because every time I would go to Dollar Tree, now it's $1.25, I would buy, a couple more tubes. Because like I personally really love close-up. I always have. And and Brad likes the sensitive teas, want the Sensodyne. So I mean, and toothbrushes, and like it was an 8-pack of Irish Spring that Brad was just so thrilled about. Because I'm like, here you go. So extra wipes. I always keep some baby wipes in the bathroom because you never know when you want to make sure you're extra extra clean, just because you like to be that way. And I think it's a good thing to have in there. You know, it's just like with having more hand sanitizer now. Like with hand sanitizer, I think in every room we have.
Mhm.
I don't know if we have any in the kitchen right now, but the front room's real close to it, just a step away.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, we have hand sanitizer everywhere. I have it in my bedroom. I have it in my bathroom. We have it in the front room kitchen area. Brad has it in his bedroom and his bathroom. I mean, I always have. This is my favorite kind, of course, which is by Stone City Farms, and it's the eucalyptus spearmint kind, and it's that spray bottle time. Yeah, time for another commercial because I love Stone City Farms and I love my friend Kathy. And then you just see this stuff is so nice, and I mean it smells. Excuse me for a minute. It smells so good. I'm very into scents. My nose is very what would you say, sensitive. I can pick up odors just. It's like I don't care what people tell you about. Oh, you can't tell I smoke. You cannot tell I smoke. I can tell you smoke. When you walk by me, I don't care if you douse yourself down in vinegar once you get done. You can still it clings to the hair, to the nostril hairs, to your fingertip. It clings to unless you're smoking out there naked. I wouldn't advise it, but not that I'm not here to chew anybody out about what they do. Brad chews. I used to smoke. You know, it's life. But yeah, I love that hand sanitizer. Don't you just love how I'm all over the board on stuff too? And now, okay, I'm gonna start doing a series. I'm gonna write this out, Charlie. How rude of things you guys would like to see me do. You guys already saw me do the air plant. Now go buy yourself some and then send me pictures. If you, my email address is below too, or you can be friends with me on Facebook. But send me some pictures of your air plants and what you've done with them. We can all share and come up with different ideas, different cool stuff. You could place air plants on marbles. You could place it on sand. You could place it on gravel. You can place it on wood. You can place it on just about anything you can think of. Just don't put it in soil, But yeah, you could. I mean, I think it would be cool. Set on. A lot of people set them on seashells, or decorative rocks. I mean, it is countless the different things you could do with it. You can set it just about on anything as long as you're not setting it down in it. Don't set it like you're doing a traditional plant. So, I have way too many diamond paintings done. I'm gonna start maybe perhaps auctioning them off. And the reason I'm doing that mainly is because I can't afford to ship them for free. So, and that way I think it's a little more fair that, you auction them off, whoever really wants it can get it. Because trust me, I do a lot of donating of things. And, but the shipping is really kind of killing us. So I'm going to be doing that. I'll probably do a few giveaways concerning that, just so I feel like everybody got a chance if they wanted something, you know. Because I have more diamond paintings I want to do, but I only have so much wall space. And some of the diamond paintings I did, I really love doing, but they're not something that would actually really fit in my house. Like I could do puppies and butterflies, but they don't really fit in our house because we have dragons and horror props. Just saying. We do. We have like dragon stuff over on the desk by the door. And well, part of it is Brad keeps some tools there, which I like having those tools there. It's like, you know, that drawer thing with the little drawers and stuff. He has one of those there, and it's a perfect place for it. But so we have dragon stuff, and then we have like a skull, a paper mache skull, and black roses. But it all works.
That's all that's important.
It all worked. And then we got the vines going down the I bought some shears that have vines that are on the shear and stuff that go down it. I don't really upset about that thing though with my neighbor. I hate fighting with neighbors and I just don't understand how somebody could be so uncaring. Don't you care about your pets? The last thing I would want is something to happen to one of my pets that would just break my heart. And I mean, I know accidents happen, but if it was something I could have prevented, I would never be able to forgive myself. I mean, each little life that you are given a chance to love on and have in your life, I feel is a blessing. You know, no matter what your religious conviction is, or maybe you don't have one. I'm just saying we are all so lucky to have a precious little dog or cat or whatever your animal is that you love into your life and entrusted that you're going to take care of that animal and all of that. And last thing I want to do is cause any harm. That's the last thing I would want to do. So it just really bugs you because it's like I try to really, really be a good person and really get along with my neighbors well. And, but, sometimes, you know, when your neighbor is too busy partying and all of that, they don't care about anything else. So we just have to handle it, you know. Brad mainly is taking the dogs out because, you know, he worries, but we do have that pepper spray.
Yeah.
And it does shoot pretty far.
Yeah. Well, and also, we bought those paintballs.
Yeah.
Out of the slingshot because that's, I can get their attention without hurting them.
Well, that's what I was saying about the pepper spray is because that's even faster than the slingshot. Like if we were out there and those dogs are charging right away, and then go ahead and have to, I hate to do that, but we just don't have any choice. I can't let them attack my animals. I can't let them attack us. And, there's little kids in this neighborhood and stuff. I mean, come on. Just, and she'll probably pull the race card and it has nothing to do with the color of your skin. Just can that crap. We're an interracial couple if you want to get real specific. According to, that we are, because he's Chinese and French and Portuguese. I'm Irish and German. So quite a mix. Right?
I'm more mixed up than you are.
Yeah. I know, but, yeah. So, oh well. What are you going to do?
Not really.
So, I'm going to go in and ride my bike, and then I need to clean my room. I need a cat litter box, clean the bathroom, all of that good stuff. I'm hoping to paint tonight. But I don't care if you're going to watch something on TV, I can paint. I'm just over there in my little area. I'm in my little niche there. I have the kind of this whole. Did you see how I pulled that? That shelving with the paints on it that's on rollers.
Uh huh.
How I pull that so it just makes kind of a.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have this drawer thing that has shelves on it that I have all of my paints on, and I just pull that toward me when I get my stool and I sit in front of my little tiny easel. But that easel works pretty well. It didn't look like much, but it works pretty well.
Good.
And then I pull that toward, and I just kind of have this whole area. Just I can spin around on my stool and get to everything. So I still gotta make more room in there, and I will. I just gotta every couple of days unpack some more boxes and figure out where I'm gonna put all this stuff. But I will come up with a solution. I was hoping I was gonna have enough room in my drawers in the bathroom to put like all of our bandaging stuff. We have a lot of bandaging stuff from when Brad was going to wound care and from when I had home health care and stuff. And I mean, we have a lot, but you don't dare get rid of it because, like, when I do have a problem with my legs, I do have to bandage it. When Brad had a problem with his different things, we do have to bandage it. So, But anything else? I wanted to say hi to my friend Joe, by the way. I do think about you all the time and always wonder how you're doing. I'm hoping that this spring I get to take a trip to Alabama to see Carol, and I'd like to see you too. And, that would be fun if you're up for it. Even if we just spend a day hanging out at your house or whatever. I would love to see you again. And it's just going to be a girls' trip. It'll be way after Brad is doing just great with his hip and able to walk and everything. So, but yeah, we're going to have just a girls' trip. And I think you would really like Carol. She's just down to earth like us. So. And I'm not probably bringing Jelly Bean, but I always tease Carol because she has a poodle named Marshmallow. And I was like, I'm going to bring Jelly Bean to meet Marshmallow. It's kind of funny, right?
Yes, it is.
And yes, Jelly Bean is right behind me.
Of course.
She was being very dramatic this morning, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah.
She was actually trembling and she had to be held by one of us, and she's scooting in even closer. That's why she gets a little insecure. I think that's from past trauma, and you have to reassure. Then she was all sassy again and running through the house, right?
Yes.
So, hope everybody else is doing well. Kathy, Leanne, Carol, Joe, Rebecca. Oh, geez, so many other people. Lori, Beth, the other Leanne, Dave, thinking Al. See, I want to give shout outs. I can't think of anything. It's just like. So if I didn't mention you, it's because you were on my tip of my tongue because my tongue was going. But you know who you are. And I do love you guys. I do cherish your friendship so very much. And aren't you glad you don't have to put up with my insanity all the time like poor Mr. Heidi does? Easy there, son.
I didn't say a word.
I'm going to hurt you.
I was just sitting
here. You got to do that yogurt, too.
Sweet and innocent.
Did you get out fruit?
Not yet.
We need to do that yogurt today, honey. You guys almost had me gone, but we placed a small order for Aldi's yesterday. And, to get milk and a few things like that. And again, the reason we have to buy more milk is we did an order with Food Lion last week, and the date of the milk was just a couple of days. So I asked specifically, I even talked to my shopper this time at Aldi's, and I asked her for a long pull date on the milk, which you did do. But then the yogurt, one day. And we buy the big containers of yogurt. So it's like, okay. So I don't like to throw anything away. It's like when we did the when we got the milk and it was so close, we had some sugar-free pudding, and Brad mixed up a bunch of different kinds, and then we froze it because pudding pops, right? And we're gonna do that with the yogurt. We're gonna mix some fruit in with it and then freeze it, and that way you just have it like that. Because I hate wasting stuff. So
That'd be good.
yeah, can I have some yogurt with banana and granola? Okay.
Yeah.
You know how you eat something every day and you're like, you know. Oh, and then so really watch it when you're doing the online ordering and stuff like that. I needed sugar-free popsicles and they sent me sugar. I mean, I had a big credit with them. I had like a $17 credit with Instacart that I used yesterday. You know, and now I have a $14 credit because they did give us back the money on that yogurt.
$14?
Yeah.
Holy
And I told them I only needed it for 2 of them. They did the entire 4.
Wow.
And I told them twice I only needed it for 2 of the yogurt. But I think because they've had so many problems with them lately, they're afraid I'm going to quit using them. You know, and it's like just, you can tell if a shopper really knows what they're doing. And I understand they're short-staffed. Our order got delayed by a couple of hours because, you know, it was really rainy and nasty here yesterday. It even started snowing. And, you know, for here it was.
I know. I was just laughing because, you know, you were so shocked when I said I saw a snowflake and you thought
anyway,
I was pulling your leg.
I want to stay on track with this.
Sorry.
Okay? But, so I knew, you know, they're in a hurry and stuff, but God, I hate it when you get produce that's not good or you get dairy products that's got a poll date that's super close or that day. I mean, you know, so not even fun. Anyway, I gotta get off here. Love you guys and do cherish your friendship so very much. And I hope you're having a good day. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.
Sorry.